Hello, and welcome to a very nerdy edition of Dad Got This. Today, we are going to be doing a little baking, and Dad is all Star Wars'd up, because Dad is a huge Star Wars fan, and we're going to be making some Star Wars cookies. There is a long-running joke in the Star Wars community, come to the dark side, we have cookies. Well, in Dad's favorite Star Wars show out right now, The Mandalorian, they basically made that joke part of the Star Wars canon. Quick bit of backstory and we will get right into the cooking. Even if you are not a Star Wars fan, stick around. You're going to get some delicious cookies. There's these former Imperial guys and they've been rehabilitated and brought into the Republic. And they're talking about things they missed from the Empire. And the one guy goes, I really missed those yellow travel biscuits. And they're talking about cookies. And the brilliant people at Star Wars have published the recipe for the yellow travel biscuits. And that's what we're gonna make. So let's go ahead and make some Star Wars yellow travel biscuits. There were a few things I did have to purchase on the old Amazon. One of them being rose water. Rose water for cooking. There's stuff you put in your hair, and then there's stuff for cooking. So I got a little bottle of rose water. I'll put links to anything I had to buy down below, but I had to buy rose water. That was pretty much the main thing I had to get online. 2.5 cups of regular old all-purpose flour, half a teaspoon of baking powder, not baking soda. Do not make that mistake. I have made that mistake a few times in my baking career. Does not go well. A half a teaspoon of ground ginger, regular old salt, 1/4 teaspoon. And we're just gonna whisk this till it's mixed. Time for this bad boy. I absolutely love this stand mixer. I have a review on the channel of it. These things are great. I'll put the recipe down in the description if you're interested to follow it step by step. It's really easy. We need 8 ounces of softened cream cheese. Mine's been out on the counter for a little bit. I'm just softening it a little bit more in my hand here. We need 1 stick of butter. My butter is in this block, which is 2 sticks of butter basically. So I'm going to cut it in half, throw it in the microwave for a few seconds to soften it. That did the trick. We need 1 cup of good old-fashioned white sugar and some lemon zest. That should be enough. And we had to buy this whole big bottle of rose water for 2 teaspoons. And an egg. Scrape the bowl. And now we slowly add in our dry ingredients until a dough forms. It's done. Time to wrap it in some cling film and go in the fridge for about 30 minutes. Fridge for 30. Now, there was an offhanded comment in the episode where they're talking about the yellow travel biscuits. The guy goes, I missed the yellow ones. And the other guy goes, I kind of like the red ones. So Dad thought, I wonder what the red ones would taste like. They didn't give us a recipe for the red ones. So Dad made his own. So let's make the red travel biscuits. At least what Dad thinks they would taste like. The process is basically the same. We are just going to swap out the rose water for red velvet emulsion. And we're going to swap out the lemon zest and ginger for some cocoa powder. I think that'll make a nice red cookie. If it's not red enough, we're going to throw some red food coloring in there. Let's give it a shot. We'll speed up through this part. A little bit of cocoa powder. This was what I bought on Amazon. Red velvet emulsion. You have to shake it well before using. We'll go with 1 tablespoon. I don't want to go too much into this. So we're going to go 1 tablespoon. Not sure we're going to need any food coloring. I would not recommend popping the lid with your thumb like I did. We will not be needing any red food coloring. While I was making my red cookies, my yellow cookies have been chilling in the fridge. I've preheated my oven to 350. It's time to roll out some dough, cut some cookies, bake some cookies, eat some cookies, enjoy some cookies.
Are you enjoying this video? If so, there are a few small things you can do to help Dad out. Subscribe if you're not. Give this video a like and hit that notification bell. Thanks.
The next step in this process is to roll out our dough into a 1/4 inch thick and then cut it into 3 by 3 inch squares according to the instructions. However, Dad, being the uber nerd he is, noticed in the video of the episode, they're not squares, they're more rectangles, and they come in little pouches, which Dad ordered Mylar pouches about the shape of the ones on the show. And I'm gonna try and make it look like the show. I'm gonna try and print a sticker. I bought a black box to match the show. I don't know if this is gonna work or be a spectacular fail, but I don't have a cookie cutter to match this, so I'm gonna have to try to hand cut shapes to match this little Mylar pouch. I don't think this is going to work. Dad's calling an audible. We're not gonna do that. We're gonna literally just cut these into some shapes. We'll try. Is it worth it? Or do we just make cookies? We'll try a nerdy one. We'll see how it goes. Throw a little flour down here. It's a very sticky dough. Guys, we're just gonna work some more flour into this. This was not in the instructions, folks. I don't know what to do. This will not roll. It is so sticky. Because this will not roll out. There is no way I'm gonna go for the perfect squares. My perfect prop idea is gone. Not sure how much additional flour I added, but we'll see. More workable. Dad does not have any square cookie cutters. Dad does have this that kind of looks like the Imperial signal, and a TIE fighter. It is a very soft dough. To say these Imperial bakers are very detail oriented, because these are not the easiest cookies to work with. I think Imperials would be a little bit less decorative. 350, 15 minutes. All right, oven. Okay, we have made something that resembles cookies or travel biscuits. That was a lot more complicated than I thought it was going to be. The dough is very sticky. I don't know what the heck that is. It's supposed to be a TIE fighter. But the question is, how do they taste, really? The instructions say to serve them with powdered sugar, because every proper dark side user would use powdered sugar. So I'm going to go for the ugliest of the bunch. We'll try the yellow travel biscuits first. A little sprinkle, sprinkle. It's a good cookie. You definitely pick up the lemon zest. Don't taste a lot of the rose water. I think I get a hint of it. They're a little snappy. They're in between soft and crispy. Wouldn't call them chili. Wouldn't call them crispy. What I'm most interested in is figuring out if my red ones came out good. Let's take a small square one, a little bit of powdered sugar. That's delicious. I think I agree with the other guy. I like the red ones. If you have made these and they came out better and not as sticky, let Dad know. Or if you have any tips on how to make them easier without having all the problems that I have, please let Dad know in the comments. Add a little bit of flour to yours. Freeze them, I think, is a great way to do it. I think if you maybe made them into like a tube and you cut them, might be easier than trying to roll them and make your cookies. I don't know. We'll figure it out. The dark side may actually have cookies, and they may be pretty good. But Dad doesn't do outros, so that's it. Bye.
If you enjoyed that video, why not throw Dad a good old like and subscribe and do the notification thing, or leave me a comment about what your favorite part of this video was. That would really help Dad out, and you can go check out one of these other videos.
Lightsabers.
I'm sure they're fantastic. I mean, I made them, so I'm pretty sure they're fantastic. All right. Yeah, do that stuff.